Hello?
Oh, hi. Am I speaking with Nikki?
Who's calling?
My name is Special Agent Ron Blackman. I'm calling with the Red Lobster Hospitality Customer Service.
Oh, yes, this is Nikki.
Hi. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I'd received an email that you sent a few days ago in relation
Okay.
in relation to an issue with a coupon. Would you like to tell me what happened?
Well, I had dinner, and afterwards I presented a coupon from Retail Me Not, and the waitress said that they don't accept those. I was like, she said she only accepts coupons from Red Lobster through email. And I was like, okay, wait, I'll find one because I knew I had one. And she walked away and she cashed out the check and came back and I showed her the coupon. She said she can't do anything because she already cashes out. And then she got the manager and the manager said the same thing because because it was already cashed out that they couldn't honor the coupon. And we were still sitting there, so I didn't understand why there was nothing she could do
Right.
about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. They should have honored the coupon, essentially. Um, Now, I am obligated to let you know that we have had a an incident at that location recently involving some of the colleagues that work there. Um, you probably haven't heard about it. I can't go into too much detail. I really need to get my supervisor to speak to you about this, which I can do in a moment. But normally, what would happen is when you showed them the email voucher, they should have basically refunded the difference. That's what they would normally do. Unfortunately, it looks like they were under the influence by some kind of actions from an unknown EBE, which has been reported in the area. It's been rather upsetting for us actually here at corporate to deal with. The staff just haven't been acting professionally, haven't been doing what they're supposed to do. I need to ask you, what we'd like to do is we'd like to refund your entire meal, if that's okay. We don't need any details from you. We can just use the information we've already stored. But I do need to ask you some health related questions just to make sure everything's okay. Would that be all right?
Sure.
Since eating at the Red Lobster, has anybody in your party suffered any illnesses, any strange phenomena, skin lesions, hair loss, sickness, dizziness?
Well, the person I was with, they're sick right now, so I don't know if it's related or not.
Oh wow. Okay. What are their symptoms?
Um, just pain all over, then dizzy. I guess he said he felt like his he said he kind of felt like his body is like full of water or something, and having I don't know if it's related to the meal or not because
Oh my goodness. No.
since we ate.
It does sound like the symptoms that we've been dealing with. How old is this individual? Is this a male?
It's a male, just 52, I think.
Right. Oh my goodness. It looks like we have another infection. Um, this is a very serious matter, ma'am. What I'm going to have to do, can I put you on hold? It will literally be for 1 minute while I bring my senior agent, Agent Offenheimer, in here. Would you be okay to hold for 1 minute while I get him in here?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Please stay on the line.
I don't know. I'm sure the restaurant needs the restaurant went to him. I don't know if he's sick, but I don't know if it's related.
Michael, are you there?
This is Agent Michael.
Michael, we got a code 5.
Oh, where? Oh no, where at? What part of the country?
Let me bring up the details here.
Well, where was this? What location?
This is at
What store?
Silas Dean Highway in CT.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know where the EBE incident took place. So
This is the third one in that area.
yeah, customer had originally complained. Believe it or not, this started from a complaint regarding they refused to accept a gift coupon.
Thank God if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even know about this.
Well, yeah, I know. It's a good job this happened. So I asked the questions that the syndicate has asked us to ask all the customers. We've got a 52-year-old male showing all the symptoms of the black slime.
Oh man!
All the symptoms.
Hot dog fingers, aching body, watery feeling, that kind of shit.
Yeah, and this is
man.
Yeah, this.
How long has he had it? When did it start?
Looks like the complaint was made 3 days ago.
Okay. I think there's still time.
Well, the gestation period is normally 7 to 14 days. However, this individual is not currently in quarantine. He's walking around loose.
Oh God!
I know.
Okay. All right. What's your deal? What's your plan?
This could be a real nightmare. I have no real plan. I need to bring you in on this.
All right. I'll set up a dispatch at least, and then we'll get quarantine out there for sure.
Dispatch a unit. I would say get the decontamination team in there. Let's get him into isolation. In regards to the complaint with the coupon, she was happy with a full refund for the meal, so maybe we can get away with just a meal, right? I mean...
All right, you know what? That's a great idea. What I'll do is, when I'm talking to her, I'll tell her the call's recorded, and then we'll just get her to accept that, and that she will not hold us accountable for any of the problems that happen.
Okay, if she doesn't fall for that, just get her to say the word yes, and I'll chop up the call.
Okay.
She's been on hold for a few minutes, so I'm going to patch her straight in through to you now. Thank you, Agent Offenheimer.
Yeah, no problem. Good evening, this is Michael.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. So it looks like we just need to process a refund for you and get you all squared away here.
Okay.
Do you have the receipt by any chance?
No, I don't.
All right. What I'll have to do is I'll contact the location. And what was do you remember the time and day? And the total. Time, day, and total.
I don't know the exact total. I think it was over $30. I don't know, maybe $35, somewhere around there. It was around 5:30.
Okay.
The waitress, I can tell you her name was I put it in the email. The waitress and the manager name was Sweats, because I remember it was a weird name.
Yeah.
And the waitress was Severia.
Okay. I'll follow up with them. They're going to have it.
I think it was Thursday.
And we're basically just going to give you $50 cash back on the card. And again, we don't need any details because they've got it on file when they ran the charge. So we're just going to run it. So, all right. Basically,
it was cash. It wasn't a card. You paid in cash.
Oh, it was cash? Okay. Well, what we could do is I could set up an envelope there for you, and you want to just go pick it up?
That'd be fine.
Okay. That's perfect. So what I just need to do is I just need to just know that this call is recorded, so everything that you say and I say is being recorded. That's for quality assurance purposes and for training purposes. We do ask, though, when you come pick up the envelope, please do not bring the gentleman that you had mentioned might not be feeling very well. Just if you could leave him behind and not bring him in to cause any kind of problems, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So, and I just need to say, because we're going ahead and giving you this $50 cash, that you agree to not hold Red Lobster or its affiliates liable or responsible for anything that happens as a result of the illness that he is currently having. Do you agree?
What are the specifics of this illness? Like, does he need to go to the hospital?
Well, you had mentioned it's kind of too late, basically. I mean, there's really, I can't really say too much about it, but this is due to I'm just going to tell you because you might as well know. There was an incident in the location where one of the employees there contracted some sort of what they're calling an alien virus during some sort of abduction event, and she brought it in there, and a few of the employees ended up getting it, and then they spread it to various people that they were serving. It's kind of a nightmare. We have a quarantine set up in that area. We've got to bring another team out there to basically make sure that it doesn't spread any further. But since he's already there and not in quarantine, all that we ask is that you keep him in a shut, sealed room for the next 7 to 14 days and make sure no one goes into contact with him. And that should basically keep it so he's the only one that gets sick. All kinds of stuff. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, he'll continue to experience some pain and some rashes, some hair falling out, erectile dysfunction. There'll be like burn poop. His feces will kind of burn as it comes out. And that's actually a point. You're going to need to make sure he doesn't flush any of his wastes. We can provide you with some buckets to keep it in, and then we'll come and pick them up. It's a hazmat type bucket. It's really important that he keeps it in there. But we just, again, I just need you, I'm going to say one more time, again, once you accept this $50 cash, you will not hold Red Lobster or its affiliates responsible in the future for any kind of incident that may occur as a result of your visit. Okay? Just say yes, ma'am.
Talk to the individual, and then can I call you back, because I don't know, it sounds kind of serious.
I mean, it is serious. This is very serious. It's to the utmost importance that we get this squared away. We really is from Red Lobster. All we care about really is liability. When it comes to the governmental agency that's handling this, they care more about the quarantine and the spreading of it and everything. We just don't want to be liable because we could go out of business over something like that. So, just do me a favor if you can say the word yes for me real quick.
Yes.
Okay, great. That's perfect. So I appreciate you.
Got it.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you accepting that or relieving us from any liability that may result as your visit. And again, we will set up an envelope for $50 as a settlement. And now that you've accepted that or you've agreed to it, even if you don't accept the $50, we will no longer be liable, and you have accepted the settlement. So,
when will the $50 be available?
I should be able to get. I'm sending a team out there for the quarantine, and I'm sure they can just talk to the manager over there, Squirt or whatever his name was, and make sure that it gets taken care of. Now, I know that they had strange names. They're not really human names. I don't know if you noticed that they're not exactly human names, but there's a reason for that. I do know one thing, that we have an option, and Ron knows more about this than I do, as far as the options that they're offering as far as a way of fixing the problem for him. Like, there are some options for him and how we can get him all squared away so that he's no longer sick or won't end up having various life, like, things that affect him for the rest of his life. So
I'm still on the line, Michael, if you'd like me
yeah,
to
if you could give
run
her some
through that.
details on that. We got like 2 or 3 options. If you can tell her
Sure.
about that.
So, because of the infection, ma'am, and the risk of reinfection, one of the things that we are able to offer, and this is complimentary to you, you don't have to pay anything for this, but you said it was a 52-year-old male?
Yes.
We can offer a complete skeleton replacement, a skeleton transplant, which will completely eradicate the virus. The virus, it gets into the bone marrow, the black oil, and that's how the EBEs basically begin the colonization process. So we can offer a complete replacement skeleton free of charge, if that's something you'd be interested in, just for peace of mind.
Well, yeah, it's not up to me. So, if there's a contact number where I can call you back, or just, will you call me back?
Yeah, Michael, can you give your direct line number?
Yeah, I mean, we have basically it's a rapid response number for this incident, specifically designed for the people who have been affected by this.
Mm-hmm. What's
Do you
the
have a
number?
pen? You got a pen?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alrighty. It is.
Okay.
Did you get that, ma'am?
Yes.
And just to give you a bit more information, the replacement skeleton that we provide, it's mostly human, so it's organic, natural, and it's perfectly safe. We do use some partial mutant lobster skeleton parts. Obviously, we are Red Lobster. We have a lot of skeletal lobster parts knocking around, so... but it's completely safe, and it will completely eradicate any chance of any further infection. So I don't know if you want to make a note of that.
And
yeah, I'm gonna
on your
call my
part,
friend
are you in
when I get off
contact
the
with this
phone.
person? Do you ever physically get
Say
in
it again?
contact with this person?
Do I physically do what?
Are you ever physically in contact with this person who's infected?
Not normally. And just we
Okay.
went out to lunch. I mean, I see the person from time to time.
I mean, it's very important that if this individual begins to secrete any kind of black oil, it may look like a black slime or a black oil, do not touch it. It's very important not to touch it. It can be absorbed through the skin, through the mouth, the ears, the eyes. If he begins to secrete any black oil, you must contact us on this number immediately, and we may have to do the skeleton transplant as an emergency.
Some other things to look for on your end. If you start noticing any of the following symptoms, you yourself need to watch out as well. Kind of watch for these things. So as a female, some of the things that can happen is, again, you'll have the body aching, some water gain. You'll get sometimes what they call hot dog fingers or fat fingers. Your toes will swell up. There'll be some vaginal barking, and possibly you'll notice some of the oozing as well. And again, there's the fiery, hot, like defecations. But the first thing that usually happens is the vaginal barking. So that is a huge sign, and that's when you really want to give us a call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's particularly important if the vagina does begin to bark or howl at all, particularly at night, you give us a call direct on this number.
Okay.
And we can come round and we can service that immediately.
All right.
But nobody else in the party has fallen ill since coming in contact with the alien slime. Can you confirm that? Okay. The individual currently, is he in bed at the moment? Is he bedridden?
I don't know. I would have to call to find out. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you may want to call and make sure that he's not flushing his waste, his feces down the toilet, because that can spread through the water supply. It's best that he does it into a bucket, and then afterwards you burn it. Best thing to do is just add some like the fluid you use on a barbecue, and make sure it gets incinerated. That's the safest way to prevent infection.
Okay, and then when we hang up, I'm gonna call him.
Worst case scenario, if he does start to grow any tentacles or any horns on his head or any protrusions, it's imperative that you call us. If you see him levitating at all, if he starts speaking in an alien tongue, if you see him constructing any strange otherworldly technology, like I don't know if he likes to fiddle with gadgets at all and iPads and things, but if you notice him building any unusual technical equipment, you must stop him. We mustn't send out a signal to the planet. It's very important.
Yeah, if he starts putting together all this stuff and trying to getting all kinds of electronic parts, appliances and all that, and he seems to be acting odd or spending a lot of time in the basement, stuff like that.
Do you own any handcuffs?
I don't live with this person. I don't see this person that often, so I don't know.
Well, no,
I
but
have
it's
to call him to let him know what's going on.
Does he
I
have
know that he was sick.
Does he have a wife?
So
Does he
I'm
have a
gonna call
wife?
him.
Does he have a wife?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because you need to find out whoever he lives with. If he starts to build any alien technology or starts developing tentacles, you need to handcuff him to something like a radiator or some pipes to stop him. If he does manage to make contact with the planet, it's located in the Alpha Centauri area.
He can't be lured with Reese's Pieces, though.
Correct.
All right. Well, let me call him because it's pretty serious.
One more question that we need to check. You said he had a feeling like retaining water. Has he had a swollen stomach at all?
I don't know. You didn't mention that.
You need to check. Ask if his stomach has become swollen and larger. He may be impregnated with an alien.
All right, I'll ask him.
And that is an emergency situation. We would need to dispatch a hazmat team to remove the alien feces in utero and take it to our area to be disposed of. That's very important. We can't.
You said in utero?
Yeah. We need to get that thing out
of there.
What
does in utero mean? In uterus?
Right.
All right, so I'm going to call him now. Thank you.
Okay, just check that he has no pains or swelling in his uterus, and make sure he's not growing any tentacles, he's not levitating at all, and he's not developing any kind of weird scientific equipment that may be making contact with aliens in Alpha Centauri.
Okay, I'll call him now. Thank you.
Great, thanks for visiting Red Lobster. We really appreciate your business.
Keep your ear to your vagina. Make sure it's not barking.
Yeah, if you do hear if you even hear your vagina barking once at all or growling, do give us a call. She's gone.
Whimpering vagina. That's another